Hey guys, I hope everyone is having a good day, good afternoon, and wherever you're watching from. So, exciting moment today. I've just come back from my Thailand trip. Those who follow me or you've been watching what I post, I'm sure you'd know that I had the best time in Thailand. And now that I'm back home, you know, it's great to be back home. And from the day that got back on the airport, I think many of you would agree to say, sometimes you just want to get home. The moment you get off the plane, long hours, you're tired, you just want to get back into your own house, get things back into the, same place that you usually have it. Uh, and in my experience, this time around, what I did different was I decided to go and try the new airport link. The Perth Airport link, I knew that was built, but I hadn't actually tried it out until um, 2 days ago when I got back. And trying it, when I got there, I had to try figure out, okay, how am I going to make my way home? Because I knew that I could have had a ride home, but then I decided, let me just try because it probably just saves time and is convenient for me to get home. And realizing that I just had to, use my Google Maps. I planned my journey from the airport and it's just right there. All I needed to do is walk to the train station. I hopped on or read some directions because this is my first time. I mean, I know the airport, but I just didn't know where the airport link was. And seeing the signs and everything clearly labeled. This is one thing that is really good about Perth. A lot of the things that there's signage, spots where you find things. Google Maps told me it's about, was it 2 minutes from where I was to just get to where the train station was? But it's large, you see. So I needed sort of read directions. When I get there, it tells me where the buses are, it told me where the trains are. And I followed those steps. I followed simply where the signage was telling me to go. And Google Maps being Google Maps is great that I show the camera where I am and it also points in the direction. But I needed to sort of know. And I'm like, this actually looks really nice. The way they've set up the systems and everything in Perth, the new Perth Airport link, amazing. I was like, this is good. I got down there and seeing that everything was not no hassle, no confusion. I pretty much was following what's already there. I was following a system that whoever built it had in mind that look, there could be people that sometimes you're not great with your English, but signs and everything are they well elaborated for me. I didn't have to struggle. I didn't have to have much of hassle. And they even have introduced a further thing that I was like, this is new. You tap your Visa card instead of if you live in Australia, you'd know that we have what's called a smart rider. You just tap your card and then on your way you go. But this time around, they had a MasterCard or Visa. You just tap that and then you're in on the train. And then you tap it again when you get to your end point so that they know that you've paid your fare. And I thought that's amazing. It's an upgrade because it wasn't always there. You always had to buy a smart rider. But now systems have changed. And I appreciate it so much that they actually do put in work in these places. It's not like they just stay with the same thing and keep it going. They try look out for what's better, what saves people's time, because sometimes you don't have time to buy a ticket. And I appreciated this one thing because I was like, oh my goodness, it's advanced. And now that we have all these things around us, whilst I was on the train, it got me thinking like, wow, this is very much like our very own system, like my online business, one that is sort of just working without me overthinking. It just dawned on me in that second. I was like, this is exactly our system. It's got everything you need to know. It's got step by step guide of even from the start for someone just inquiring about the online business. You get to watch that webinar. You get to go to the next step if you're interested and happy what you found out about that intro session that you watch of an overview about what our business is like. You pay 149. After you pay 149, you get to see what our system actually does include. What's in store for you to sort of decide if the business is for you, you know, a one-time access fee that allows you to do your own due diligence if it actually is something you're looking for. Because guys, look, in anything you do, I'm sure we all have choices. You can choose to do A or B, but then in it all, it doesn't mean it suits everyone. So people should do their own due diligence, do your own research, and if it suits you and it feels right, your gut tells you this is it for you. Yes, but again, our system having everything laid out in step by step, Even whilst just sleeping, it has automation. Whilst I was on my holiday in Thailand, I had emails come through, I had people calling me, and I was like, oh my goodness. I felt like I'm more busier getting all these inquiries because I would wake up to notifications that I've got that many people who just want to find out, okay, what is the online business about? And that is the part that I was most excited because I'm like, I don't have to be somewhere clocking in, clocking out for it to know that it's actually working. It's just there. I'm a mom who's busy and I take in this break for myself and I appreciate my family who allowed for it to happen because they watch the kids and I had a time to reset, a time to reboot my own system. And that was so good because I was like, I have, thank goodness, with an online business that allows for these things to be. It keeps coming. It keeps giving me the life that I've been choosing, the life that I've chosen to say I don't want to live the same way I lived 10 years ago, working 9 to 5, working shift work, night shift, and I barely could catch a wink of sleep because half the time I'm too tired to even sleep. In the day I'm busy caring for kids. So that was my life. That I felt like I'm working on a roller coaster and I didn't know when it would end. And finding a system that truly works, it supports my vision, supports my goals, and still gives me an income opportunity to earn whilst I'm even not out of my house. And technically, when I come online and I show up, it just keeps me reassured that this indeed is a system that is working for me and it's giving me the life that I wanted. So I'm excited because all of it is just aligning. It's following a system that is proven, that has no doubt helped many thousands of people and still helping many more people. And people that are ordinary, who work 9 to 5, who are nurses, who are doctors, who are engineers, who are from different backgrounds and all walks of life, being brought in with a system that is designed for everyone to just, give it your best, do what you can, stay consistent, and you get your results that you need. So I appreciate that when I was in this moment of I'm in the train and I'm like, oh my goodness, there were so many people I saw back and front, back and forth on the train, on the train coming in, coming out, and so many people trying to get to places. And if there was not a system in place, I assure you that it would have been hectic. It would have been chaos. It would have been disaster. People trying to find out, okay, where do I go next? But because of these systems that have everything laid out, is plain as day, you know where you're going. You know which plane to catch. You know what time, schedule that train runs on. I just took an appreciation of that's exactly how our system is. There's no second guessing. You can literally follow the same system for you to also just achieve the life you want. And if anything, life has taught me right now, or from that experience at the Perth Airport link, it's actually just taught me that you can't actually choose to try, drive the train before you've actually have tracks laid down. Because sometimes we are quick to hurry to say, look, I just want to get to the front. I just want to, I just want to know that, okay, do I make money straight away? But you forget that there's foundation to be laid. There's things and moments of things that you gotta build from somewhere. You just don't wake up with a train because then where does it go? It can't move, can it? So I appreciated the fact that there were reminders along that journey for me to get to my house with no hustle. Pretty much got on the train, got to the Perth airport, sorry, the Perth train station, went underground, catching my next train, and head out. I went to my house and I got off the train and I got picked up. I was like, oh my goodness, this was much easier. The stress free I had in that moment, I had my couple of bags. I just wanted to get home, but I was impressed by that the system that really works. It supports anyone's vision because you're not having to build from scratch. You're not figuring it out on your own. You've got people who have walked the path before that are just showing you what to do and what not to do from their experience. Having so many people right now, with 280,000 people and still counting. And those people have lived the experience. They know what they've done. They know what works. They know what doesn't work. They share all of that. No gatekeeping. It's in truly a blessing to have such a system where people work together. No matter what race and background you're from, everyone gets met in the middle. So I appreciate that I have such a system. As a busy mom, as a busy working professional, still, I get to manage this and navigate without me having more stress on top of all the things that I usually have to do in the day. So I appreciate that we have this. And if you are someone who's sitting by the sidelines and surely just thinking, is there something out there that I can just stop and think is if it can work for you, if it can work for your family, if it can perhaps be something you want to look at and just see if it might suit you. Then you're welcome to comment system or just DM me a message, and then I'll be happy to share with you what is working for me in my family. And who knows what you find? You never know until you check it out. So I'm glad that you guys are all here. If you're gonna watch a replay, feel free to message me, but basically, I'm happy that I'm in this business and it's working for me. And we keep fighting. We keep working towards greatness, because that's all that can come after this. There's nothing beyond this point that someone can tell me that is impossible, because I've surely seen what's possible. So, amen to that. I'll leave you with that tonight, guys. If there's anyone watching, thank you. And thanks for your support. Thanks for the love. I will be checking in all the comments. If you are interested and you want to check out that free webinar and our free material, feel free to explore. And when you're ready, do not hesitate to take the next step. Take the next step. I paid my one fara, even though I felt like, was I doing the best thing? But I felt I had it in me to just at least allow myself to see what was on the other side. I allowed myself to experience something that I didn't think was possible. In this day, that I now know what I know, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I didn't doubt that I could do this business. And it's working for me and my family. So that could be you too. If you want to watch our webinar, just leave me a message, comment system, and I'll share it with you as well. And good night for now. It's late here. It's about 11:30, but I'm off to bed, and stay blessed. Thanks so much.